Hey guys, I'm on my last drum. Yes. Just to explain the last one, why I was redoing it with some washers and that issue, and just trying to tune these up higher. I like my drums tuned higher, I really do. But this Pearl kit's pretty rockin' kit. You know, it sounds better in low to medium tuning. But I like singing toms. I tuned that pretty high. I tuned the so I'm trying to go an octave higher than what I was doing before. That's floor tom needs a little tuning too, but yeah. Still, anyway, on my last one. But what I wanted to show is what I like to do for tuning. It kind of makes it easy. Is it depending on what diameter practice pad you have, or if you have, you know, your stool, round stool. But something that basically allows the drum to sit on the hoop, so that when it's on here, you can see that that none of the head is making contact with anything. So basically, it's just kind of floating there, so that way, you know, when you get the tuning ranges, and you can turn the drum around on your stool as you do it. So it makes for an easier tuning job, in my opinion, at least. You know, it gives you a nice, easy thing to work with, being able to just take it, you know, flip the drum right back upside down, boom, plays it other way, tune the other head, you know, and then that way you can hear all the little, you know, and I'm still tuning this one, obviously, but, you know, so that way you can hear, and you're only hearing really, you know, the head that you're tuning. So it helps to kind of, you know, not give you that, like, sympathetic resonance or wonky, you know, tones while you're trying to tune. I don't know, I've just found that it kind of helps narrow it in, guide my ear a little bit better, and makes for way easier tuning just to mount it up here and spin it around, and have it on, you know, some type of surface that's going to allow it to sit on the hoop, so that the bottom head isn't being choked by anything. So I guess it depends on what you have to put underneath. It just so happens that this is the perfect diameter. This is a 14-inch pad, so, you know, being able to center it pretty much right on the edges of that, you know, with a 14-inch drum, or, you know, 10-inch if you have that. So once you get into the bigger sizes, obviously it's harder. But then if you get rid of that, just throw it on your stool, depending on what type of stool you have. Now, see, I have a tractor seat, so it's going to sit kind of wonky. But if you have a flat round top, that works great too. So anyway, just a little trick there for ease of use. I'm always trying to think of ways that can save my back and just be easier to work around with this kit. So with that in mind, and with the last video said, I wanted to make a video now, just reviewing some people that I highly appreciate, I highly respect. Phenomenal musicians, phenomenal people. So I just wrote, I wrote a lot out, but I'll cover them and kind of give just a quick overview into their channels and who they are, and it's highly beneficial to at least check them out. And if you like them, and please sub. Great people and great drummers. You know, just we've had a blast as a community, just kind of getting to know each other, and, you know, through the interwebs, and just having channels, that kind of stuff. But what I'd like to I'll go through the list, okay? So first, I'd like to mention one of my newest subs, and phenomenal drummer, and his name is Brian Corey. So Brian spelled with a Y, last name Corey, Corey, and then drums, and space. It's not all one word, you know, Corey. Or Brian Corey drums, space in between all. Okay, phenomenal drummer. Man, he shows his hands well. He's got great instruments, great hands. Practices, you know, the foundations. And I've chatted with him briefly back and forth. And cool dude, I like you, man. You're a cool guy. So next, then so Brian Corey drums. Okay, that's one. Next one is Jaya drums, spelled Jiah. His name is Jeremy Hayes, Hayes. It's kind of funny. My first name's Jeremy, too. I go by my middle name, Blake. But he's one of the first people that ever came to my channel and actually gave me kudos for just something I was trying to keep track of ideas for. And boy, is he just he is a great man. and an unbelievable drummer. Unbelievable drummer. Like, you know, he's got this style that's almost linear-esque. It is linear in a way, but he combines combos with linears and stacked and syncopated so seamlessly, and plays linear stuff so great, and just, you know, so articulate. I highly recommend his channel. Great drummer. So Jaya Drums is that one, okay? Then we have Garage Life. Hey, Garage Life. Garage Life, I did a drum off video. It was really a skit video. It was all in good fun, so it wasn't like a competition, you know, kind of thing. We had a blast doing it. He did a great job with all the editing. Garage Life. So I don't know his name, and he goes by Garage Life in any of his comments and stuff. So I wish I could give you more insight into who he is or where he's at and that stuff. But you can find his channel, Garage Life, and he likes rock stuff. So if you like rock, he's got a lot of great, you know, metal chops and rock chops, double bass drums, 16ths, playing the covers. So he's got a lot of cool stuff on there. So if you want to check his channel out, Garage Life is another one. Then we're coming to two of my favorites. Spiro Drums. Spiro. Man, is this guy just blows my mind. Every time he comes out with something, it's like, man, you got it nailed, man, because, you know, although he can play anything in the world, he has such a great sense of playing musically. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? So, I mean, well, there's different philosophies, but, you know, he has such a great sense of just time, feel, and his overall musical feels. Musicality is what I was going to say, if that's a word. I'm making up a word. His overall musicality it is just really phenomenal. Great player. I've learned a ton from him. His channel has all sorts of stuff. Builds of snares. He covers, refurbishing, tuning. He does covers. He does gig videos. You know, all sorts of stuff. Spiro, man, he's so great, and a great man, and puts out stuff constantly now. And with COVID, I imagine, because we're all in our studios and doing that thing, right? So Spiro is just, man, he's on fire. You're on fire, Spiro. Love you, dude. And then next, Stephen Whelan Drums. Stephen Whelan is a phenomenal educator, very patient and kind man. We've talked, beyond just through YouTube, and had some conversations. And boy, have I loved getting to know that guy. And he's originally from Ireland, and then moved to the States. And you can tell he's got those, European trained chops. So he's got his rudiments and his structures, and his foundation is really dialed in, like really dialed in. And he has everything from, easy, medium to hard, odd time, exercises. He puts all the notation so you can follow along and read the notation of what you're playing, plus audibly hear a click as you're doing it. So his videos are very methodically planned out, very good. Short and to the point, the opposite of what I am, right? I'm usually rambling on and make longer videos. I'm working on that, guys, I promise. But for me, it's more important for the information to be out there, and for it to be, explained in a way that, makes sense, rather than just shortcuts and just check this guy out and check this person out and here's their name and I'm more interactive than that. So sorry. Okay, so we have Spiro Drums and Stephen Whelan. Next, then we have Drum Attic. Drum Attic is so cool, man. Love Drum Attic. Cover channel, mostly covers. Him and his wife, Loretta, phenomenal team. She does the filming for him, and he does collabs. It has a phenomenal Tama kit. Great player. Been playing a long time. So Drum Attic, so just drum and then attic, like your attic, right? So Drum Attic, phenomenal channel, and he's really great guy. Just is a brother in Christ too. So really cool. Drum Attic, I can't say enough about you, man. So sorry if I'm kind of cutting it short, but there's just so much to cover with you. I don't really know where to start. But he has so many great things, mostly like alt rock. Worship stuff, Christmas theme stuff, He's got a great sense of humor. So lots of cool things about Drummatic. I could go on and on, okay? But this video will go on and on if I do that. Next, we have Dad E Drums. So most people are familiar with his channel. I've seen his comments like all over the place, all over the web. So Dad E Drums. So, because he's a daddy, and he plays drums, E drums, badoom. Wish I had sticks to do that. So Dad E Drums, phenomenal as well. Man, he's playing electric kit, does covers, self-taught, and man, his technique is just so good for being self-taught. And I think he's in Spain. I'm not sure exactly. Forgive me, Daddy Drums. I just know with you speaking Spanish, and I think you said you were in Spain, but I'm not sure. I am not 100% on that. But Daddy Drums, really cool guy, and he's highly engaged and involved in the drumming community online. So Daddy Drums, really great. Another one is Benjamin Graham. It's cool. You've got to see his development over time, like his old videos at School of Rock, where he's just like banging and crashing kind of thing, and then now he's playing the most articulate, like grooviest, like, oh man, the grooves are just like, so fat and almost break your neck after listening to him, So Benjamin Graham's great. Okay, then we have Blake K80. Yes, another Blake. So Blake K80, 80, drum covers. Okay, so it's kind of a long name, but Blake K80 drum covers. He is in the UK, phenomenal player, likes a lot of classic rock, plays to like Floyd and the Beatles and all sorts of really great stuff, and his feel is really great, and he has just tons of stuff, and you can see the enjoyment he's having, and he's really putting in the time, and he plays really well. Like his time is consistent, and his feel is really good. So Blake K80 drum covers, and I'm not just including him because he has the same name as me, okay? So Blake K80 drum covers, really great. Then the two last ones I'll mention are The Masked Drummer. So The Masked Drummer, he usually wears a cowboy hat and a mask in his videos. I think he's in Texas, so hence the cowboy hat. Unbelievable player. I've checked out some of his stuff after seeing one of his comments on another channel, and man, that guy's like, he's been playing a long time, you can tell. And I don't know who he is because he's masked and he's always like kind of covered up and mysterious in a way, but it makes it cool. It gives like another element to his, his thing and his channel. So The Masked Drummer, really great drummer. And then last but not least, we have Harry Hansen. He's and I believe it's, oh man, please don't beat me up for this. It's either Norway or Sweden. I think it's Sweden. Oh man, sorry Harry. But in any case, he's an educator as well. You can always see him. He's got a whiteboard behind him and wearing Bertrand music shirts, and he's like in a classroom usually when he's doing his videos. And Harry Hansen, man, he's really cool. He's really cool. If you like to learn how to do stick tricks, if you like rudiment stuff, he's done a lot of collabs. I could go on and on about Harry. It seems like Harry has been kind of a pillar in this community of like, you find him kind of interacting with a lot of different other channels, which is so great. I love that about you, Harry. That's really cool. So Harry Hansen, last but not least by any means. So Harry Hansen's really, really great channel. He's got some cool stuff. So it all depends on your flavor, what you like, what styles, what genres you like. Do you like original compositions? Do you like cover videos? Do you like rock? Do you like funk? Do you like jazz? Do you like groove tunes? But I try to include kind of a little, mix of flavors and spices in there so that those drummers and channels all kind of provide different elements that will help in some way or you might enjoy in some way. And then now I'm going to just quickly mention some of my favorite drummers that people might not know of, but they're unbelievable drummers, just unbelievable. So the first one is Forrest Rice. Forrest is in Run, Forrest, Run. Forrest Rice. He's actually a local Southern California cat. He's won multiple Guitar Center drum-offs, and he currently plays in the band Covet, C-O-V-E-T, math rock band. Covet plays with Chon a lot. I like Chon a lot too. But Forrest Rice is the new drummer for Covet. Forrest is an amazing drummer. Amazing drummer. Like, just his feel, and he creates all sorts of like lo-fi tracks where he's got, you know, like anime music going on with his original compositions and light effects and editing and stuff. Super amazing drummer, and artistic too, really artistic, and humble about it, you know, humble about his skill. Okay, then next we have Mason Guidry. Mason and Guidry will blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not heard of Mason Guidry, please check him out. East Coast cat. He spelled his first name M-A-I-S-O-N, and then Guidry is spelled G-U-I-D-R-Y. So Mason Guidry, he plays with all sorts of people, but mostly with Jonathan Scales for orchestra right now. So Jonathan Scales is a steel drum player, and Mason Guidry is his drummer right now, and Mono Neon is playing bass. So Mono Neon with Mason Guidry combined is like, whoa, dude, that will break your neck, you know? You might have to be carried out of a stretcher from that venue if you check them out. Okay? So Mason Guidry. Then we have Nate Wood. Nate Wood is, wow, what just a unique creation this guy is. He plays keys at the same time he plays bass, at the same time he plays kit. Not even kidding. And he does it well. Like, really well. And methodically and mathematically and unbelievable. And he even sings in some stuff too, like has one of those little Madonna clip mics. But he's like a one-man band, but actually a one-man band that can shred. Like shred. So Nate Wood, just N-A-T-E-W-O-O-D. Nate Wood. Just blows my mind, some of the stuff he does. Okay, then we have one of these guys here in Southern California. Man, do I love him to death. His name's Julian Cantellum. So Julian spelled J-U-L-I-E-N. Cantellum spelled C-A-N-T-E-L-M. So Julian Cantellum, he's a well-known jazz guy here in Southern California. Phenomenal player. Like his feel and style, it blows my mind how articulate he plays. You know, really great. Then we've got my mentor, and man, I love this man to death, and I would do anything for him. Russell Bezet. Russell Bezet, ladies and gentlemen. Russell Bezet. 2 S's, 2 L's, 2 Z's, and 2 T's. Okay, so that's how you can remember it. Russell, and then B-I-Z-Z-E-T-T. Russell Bezet. That man has done so much for me. Anything you see me describing, or the reasons for like technique things, or what I'm covering in my videos, all thanks to that man. He has done so much for me. It'll take me another lifetime to repay Russell for everything he's taught me and shown me. So Russell Bezet, check him out. Please check him out. Okay, then we've got Louis Cole. A lot of people do know about Louis Cole, but for whatever reason, I found that a lot of drummers don't know about Louis Cole. Louis Cole, plays in Nowhere with Genevieve Artadi is the singer, but he's Louis is a drummer, and a lot of people don't know too, but the Clown Core, if you've ever seen Clown Core videos, you know how they're always masked, and nobody can really figure out who's that drummer and saxophone player. The drummer's Louis Cole, and the saxophone player is Sam Gendel. Sorry, that's the bass player. His first name's Sam, but it's not Gendel. It's Sam. I can't remember his last name. But Louis plays with that horn player in some of his videos. So Clowncore is that horn player and Louis Cole. So a lot of people don't know that, but they have hilarious like their videos in the van and really weird kind of obscure. Like I'm not really into that stuff, but Lewis Cole is like phenomenal at arrangements and playing, and just comes up with some really cool, kind of weird stuff, you know. And then we have J.D. Beck. J.D. Beck, oh man, just seeing that kid grow and watching him, like, and how he plays from the get-go, I can only imagine how good JD's going to be, you know, when he's a older cat, you know. He already plays like he's 70, so JD Beck, so good. I love the work that JD does, you know, with, well, he plays with quite a few different people, but some of the more, you know, he's done a lot of the Zildjian stuff, and like with Snarky Puppy or the people from Ghost Note. So Ghost Note, or then you've got the key player from, oh man, what's her name? French girl. Oh, her name's on the tip of my tongue, and you guys are probably all shouting it out right now. But she has like really blonde hair, phenomenal key player, and from France. And then studied with Lewis, and then they kind of met up, and then JD and her started doing their thing too. So, man, it's killing me that I can't remember her name. She's one of my favorite key players. Anyway, super long video again, guys, but here we go. Just a little list. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry for the terrible writing, and I know it's not organized very well, and it's written on the back of sheet music. So whatever works in my approach. But you got, it's got to be backwards. But, okay, so Brian Corey drums, Jaya drums, Garage Life, Spiro drums, Stephen Whelan or Whelan drums, Drum Attic, Dad E drums, Benjamin Graham, Blake K80 drum covers, The Masked Drummer, Harry Hansen, Forrest Rice, Mason Guidry, Nate Wood, Julian Cantellum, Lewis Cole, and J.D. Beck. And then, if we have to go even one further, I'd have to say my favorite drummer is probably Larnell Lewis. So, if you guys don't know about Larnell Lewis, you're missing out. Him and Sput, like Sput Seawright, Robert Sput Seawright, him and Larnell and Ghost Note and all those cats, oh my gosh, well, they just blow your mind. Larnell is such a phenomenal player. And I even liken Jaya's playing to Larnell's playing. Like, that's how good Jaya's getting. He's got that, just, you know, that sense where every note is placed exactly right. There's no cluttering or, like, you know, stuttering or any of that. It's so articulate. It's unbelievable. So, just to throw one extra one in for a good measure, Larnell Lewis. And then we've always got Bernard Purdy, right? Love Bernard. All right, I'll have to be quiet now. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. Love you guys. See ya. Have a great day and happy drumming. Oh, and please check out those channels, guys. I promise, at the very least, you'll find some cool, entertaining stuff. And at the most, you're going to find out some great instruction, some great new things that maybe you don't focus on as a drummer. And that's kind of what I like to do, is just like, look at all these little different elements and then try to incorporate them into my own playing and my own style. And it just makes for a kind of more fun adventure and more fun journey. So please check them out, guys. I'd appreciate it, and I know they would appreciate it. And they really are great players, and all have different dynamics and elements that make them, you know, and make them great. So, all right, guys, love you. Happy drumming. Have a wonderful day. God bless.